Going live. Am I live? I think so. Let me know if you can see me, people. Sorry about the delay, and I don't even know if I'm talking to myself and Clayton or to you. So I hope you went to the kitchen and get some water and come back and see me on. What a hassle with that new technology. You know, it sounds good, but yeah, I don't know. We got the most fancy office that you can get with all the supposedly state-of-the-art internet, because where we live, we have a satellite internet, so we need to come to a little bit more internet office, and nothing work every second time. So anyway, I'm happy for those of you that stayed. We were able to do it. So a little bit shorter webinar today. Nonetheless, I'll give you the really lovely information about Miracle, send you in the right direction to be able to understand the concept and attract the miracles you want in your life. And once again, I thank you for sticking around with me. Thank you so much.
It's a miracle that we have.
Yeah, really, that's a miracle that we were able to make that work, because we were ready to pack our bags and go. So yeah. Go ahead and shoot, Clayton, any question, or if you need any clarification, or if you want to share your own miracle with us. You know, I always appreciate any comments. If you wanted just to listen, then that would be just great as well. So I'm going to kind of build today webinar the information about Miracle, so you know it kind of, you'll see what I mean by building, so you'll understand the concept and then build a whole plan for you as to how it is you're going to attract Miracle. So there are a few rules that you need to follow for Miracle. First of all, it's important for me to clear up, as you've heard me talk in the past, because obviously a lot of people, especially like myself, for many years that have misconception about religion and miracle, and they come from God. Well, obviously everything comes from God. We come from God. Our team of spirit that accompany us come from God, as well as miracle in general. But when it's come to actual miracle, attracting what it is that you want to your life, God is not quite involved. He's obviously there, if you will, observing all of us, creating, program, as I over the years kind of refer to it to my work. And there are always some spiritual concepts and spiritual rules in anything, including prayers, including miracles, that we must follow. So first off the bat, it's important for me to explain people that although God is there, he doesn't grant some people miracle and some people he does not. It just doesn't work like that, the opposite. Obviously, his unconditional love for us does not cause him to grant to some people and some another. So who grant our miracle, or who help us get a miracle, attract our miracle? Those are, as you know, for people who follow my work, those are our team and spirit, which we each have group of spirits that accompany us while we are on planet Earth. We have our spirit guide and guardian angel and archangel, departed loved one, sometimes ascended master also help individual private people on planet Earth. So essentially, when we follow certain spiritual concepts or rules, when we apply the action, which I will explain to you as to what action I mean, the help of spirits that accompany us, the help of angels who loves us immensely, then that's when miracle granted to us, or help the miracle enter to our lives. So really, that was important for me to clear it up right off the bat. That does not mean you do not continue to pray to God. Obviously, it doesn't mean that. It's mean that there are certain things that we need to do in order to attract miracle and let the miracle kind of manifest in our lives. So first and foremost, it's important to understand this concept. What does that mean? Mean that if you ask for miracles, a lot of people tell me I ask for miracles for 20 years and they don't grant it. Is it God? Did I do something wrong? No, 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 of course not. Something obviously is wrong if you realize that you did the spiritual work and the miracle is not come. So we'll cover that. So what does that mean? It's mean that you have to create to your life an energy that is compatible with miracle. What does that mean? It's mean that first and foremost, you need to be kind of clear with what you want. It's a very basic concept, very important to understand, and I apply that specific concept also to prayers. So what you ask, what you want, the specific miracle, obviously need to be very clear by you. The universe kind of work in a way that it's give you what you ask, but it have to be very specific, and it obviously have to be realistic. That's just common sense, and you do not need any webinar or spiritual teacher to tell you that if you specifically ask for $1 million tomorrow, most likely your miracle would not be granted. So you want to be very specific as to your miracle. Take a requesting miracle have to be kind of detail oriented. You have to apply it to your life. It has to be realistic as it's related to you and to your life. Of course, each one of us have different miracle. If someone is healthy, they would not necessarily request that they will feel good again, as opposed to someone that ill or do not feel well. So again, you kind of make sure that your miracles are organized. You may want to make sure that they are clear. You want to make it easier on your team, on spirits, the universe to deliver it to you, because the miracles are realistic. They have to do with you. They have to do with your life or the life of your loved one, of course. But they have to be clear, not vague, not general. I want $1 million tomorrow. I want never to be sick. They have to be kind of quite specific as it is related to your life at the present moment on planet Earth. So that's kind of first and foremost. Then in what I use, when I use the phrase, you want to create for yourself an energy that attract miracle. Meaning you want to live life in a spiritual way. First and foremost, most specifically as it's related to granting to get what you want or your miracle that you request, is be positive. Obviously, we kind of get what we project. And if we live our daily life negative and full with drama, and we do not perhaps practice spiritual activities, maybe meditate. It doesn't have to mean that you go and you meditate 10 hours a day. It's mean that you live life spiritual. You believe in the spirits that would help grant your miracle. Obviously, if you ask for miracle and you only fixate this, there's only God that either granted or not granted, where from what I've heard, that's actually God, once again, is not involved. So if you believe in the concept of angels, if you believe in the general concept that you have a lot of spirits that absolutely hear your heart desires, they hear your miracle, they are aware of what it is, but they bound by rules which will cover. So when I use the phrase live life in a spiritual way, I mean, quiet your mind, try to disconnect from planet Earth. Don't identify yourself too much with planet Earth. So you project a little bit more lighter energy, meaning person that live through drama all day and fight and think, and the mind never stop, and worry and stuff, stress and panic attack, and all about money and all about job title and all about planet Earth, meaning their life is 99% planet Earth and 2% spirituality, then those people project a little bit more dense energy. They surround themselves with dense energy. It is all about energy. So miracle, when it's time to grant the miracle, when the miracle, when spirits try to get the miracle or help you get the miracle, it's kind of tough to get in. It's exactly what it is. We have what we call an auric field, and that's where we surround ourselves, whether it is with the spiritual energy. Again, that doesn't mean you're perfect and never make mistake. It means that you have the intention or aim to live life in a spiritual way, based on love, based on the concept of be a decent human being. Once again, meditate, believe in God, His energy, obviously. So when you live life like that, you surround yourself with a little bit more lighter energy. So everything is kind of flow. So when you do the necessary spiritual work, when you stay open to the concept of spirit hearing you, when you apply the action which we'll cover, then everything kind of go smoothly, as opposed to a dense energy that you might surround yourself with ego or drama or mind or thinking or worry. So that's really an important rule to understand the energy that you let it kind of flow and come your way. It's all about that in any way. Prayers as well. When you pray, you want to make sure that you are open to your prayer or your miracle to enter your life, because again, everything about energy, and you can control what you project, because what we project, we create. If you project dense energy, it would be very difficult for any miracle, which is also an energy, of course, to flow into your life. So that's something that you wanted. There is obviously a lot of different reasons as to why it's important to lead life in a spiritual way, that has to do with practically every single topic that I discuss in the webinars. Every single topic, the base start with you being open to spiritual concept, with you respecting spirits that accompany you, believe in angel, believe in consequences, be good, live out of love, essentially present God on planet Earth, live for him to be proud of you, for lack of better words. So that concept really apply to all spiritual topic, including miracles. So that's something very important that you might do. So we cover now the rules. The rules are obviously to make it as clear as you can as to the specific miracle. They must be realistic and they must be detail oriented, and write them down. Writing things down make things more real, make things more strong. They do. I just, from my own experience of my life and working with so many people over the years, they just make it stronger. You know how when people write New Year's resolution, it's there, you can see it, you can play with it, you can kind of adjust it. The same thing with miracle. Write it down. Don't give miracle time frame. And that's bring me to the next concept that you must understand when it's come to attracting miracle. Not all the miracles would be granted to us. Never. Not because we're not loved, not because spirits do not hear us, not because there's no God there that wants us to be healthy and happy and in peace. Because we have a soul that came to this incarnation for the sake of growth. So a lot of things, what we want, what we ask for, it's because we are clueless as to why we are here. What is the reason that our soul chose this specific life that we now live, which of course we plan. Not we, Mickey, we the soul, we plan. So sometimes we might ask for something. And, again, often people, including me, of course, in the past, where I felt that I follow all the spiritual concept and I apply the action, and the door or a miracle just simply did not open for me. So you have to understand that sometimes it's not for your highest good. Now, your highest good, I understand a lot of people don't want to hear that phrase. Perhaps it's a little wishy-washy kind of a phrase and maybe overused on planet Earth, but it's true. And when I use your higher self, I don't mean you. Obviously, all of us want an easy life, to be healthy. We want all the miracle. We want money, the first perfect job, perfect spouse, of course. But what we want with the personality, it's not necessarily what the soul need for growth. So if you indeed feel that maybe you ask for the same miracle for a long time and you cover your base, you know that you live life mostly spiritual, you know that you apply the action which will cover specifically as to what that means, and it just doesn't work. Obviously, it's not meant to work, because let me reassure you, there are no unanswered prayers. It just doesn't work. It has divine timing for miracle to enter our life, of course. For example, I can give you example of an illness, for example. A lot of people come my way in my work, and either they're very ill or their kids are ill. And they tell me something like, I just want a miracle to be cured. I want my child to be cured. And I did all I can and nothing worked. I went the best doctor. Because sometimes, most time, an illness is the best way for our soul to grow on planet Earth, or use illness for growth, which is, once again, as you know by my teaching, it is the only reason why we're here. So in that specific example, if the soul enter planet Earth with a plan of an illness as a way of growth, miracle would not happen there. And it's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. Now obviously it's easy to say that when we're happy, when we're healthy. It's not easy to say to a person that is ill. Nonetheless, those are the spiritual facts as to why sometimes our miracle will not granted. But it's not because we're not well loved. It's just sometimes difficult things, challenges, illness, lack of money, poverty, divorce, loss in any way. Those challenges our soul love on planet Earth. That is why we incarnate into this planet. So asking for those miracles, sometimes they're not meant to be granted. Why is that important to understand? Or I have a hair. Why do I'm just trying to move it. Why is that important to understand? Because if you truly and authentically understand spiritual concept, now, why would you believe me? I don't know. Listen to your own intuition. Listen, I never teach you something that you do not know. All I do as a spiritual teacher is awaken your memory to what is. What does that mean? It means that you listen to my teaching. If you think it's one big nonsense, then okay, it either doesn't resonate with you, but usually when people tune into spiritual teaching and listen to a spiritual teacher, it's very easy through an intuitive feeling to know if it's something that resonates with you. Another thing is, so what is the other option, for people that come to me and they say, no, my soul would not choose an illness as a growth, what is the other option? That there is God that would grant some people miracle and some don't? I mean, is that you? So rely on your feeling within, rely on your intuition. All I'm telling you, obviously, this is my teaching, therefore, that's those are my words. This is information that I channel over the years as a medium. And of course, doing so many reading throughout the days, that's what comes forward when spirits, where angels ask me to teach people. We don't love you. We do not listen to you. We do not aware of your miracle, of what you want. Sometimes our hands are tied because they, spirits, our team, the group that accompany us, and other spirits or beings that helping each one of us, they're bound by law. And the law is why did we come here to a specific incarnation? They are aware how is our soul supposed to grow each specific incarnation. And if the soul's supposed to grow through certain challenges, then I suppose we can call it a miracle is not granted, but really it's for the highest good of our soul evolution. So to sum it up, that specific, thing you need to do for miracle is to understand the concept that sometimes a miracle would not granted, and they're not granted because it will go against what our soul pre-designed for ourselves prior to enter planet Earth as a way of growth, whether it is for us or our loved one. Your kids are not kids, they're souls. They have their own lesson, their own, their own karma, their own energy to balance, their own challenges, their own teaching for others. So even if people ask miracle for loved one and they're not granted, it's not matter of negativity. You're not loved, God not punishing you. We cover that right off the bat, obviously. It's not because you're not loved, it's because sometimes just things are supposed to be other way for the sake of growth. Now, as you've heard me a few minutes ago, other major rule that spirits that accompany us or beings that accompany us must obey or follow is free will. Because naturally, if you live life in a spiritual way and you write your miracles and you're very, very detail oriented as to what it is you want, and everything is clear, and you create an energy that attract your miracle, so everything is really good, you have to apply the action, obviously, always. So the concept of how spirits help us to grant our miracles or prayer is by us walking to the door and they open it for us. If we do not apply the action, your plan would lack solid base, obviously, because that's a major part of helping them help us, of course. So what does that mean? It's mean if you ask for, I know someone asked me the other day that one of their miracle, I want to get miracle, so my new business gonna be a household name and I'm gonna make a lot of money. Yet to start a business is like a newborn baby. You need to nurture it, you need to believe in it, you need to feed it energy of positive and intention. Then you have planet Earth. You need to create marketing plan, the sales and website. So that specific human being didn't do much of the action. Open the business, open a bank account, call the business a name, what usually the easy stuff to do. But business is difficult, your own business. Believe me, I know. It's need a lot of work, it's need support, it's need marketing. So in that specific incident, although she followed all the rules I taught her about miracle, she lacked major action. And because spirits don't live here, we live here, obviously, their hands are tied. So they're waiting for us. They can inspire us. You don't have to come to a medium to transfer your channeling as to what spirits are inspiring to you to do. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut feeling, listen to any opportunity come your way, which why I use the phrase at the beginning. The more spiritual life, the more you grow spiritually, the easier it is for you to help spirits help you. So as you can see, there is a plan that you need to create for yourself internally, meaning your thought, believe in your miracle list, just for lack of better word. Externally, doing the work to, meaning be specific, make sure you cover your base, apply all the action. Essentially, what you need to always think is you have to be the one that proactive about moving the energy of the miracle forward, creating a lovely open channel for the miracle to enter, believe in the concept of spirits, beings, angels listen to you, aware of what you want. What do you think they do? They're with you all day. They are aware of our life. They're also aware as to what you need for your soul's growth, which is once again the only reason why you're here. But once things are in place, once you cover your bases, apply the action, there are no unanswered prayers. It doesn't happen. Another thing I have to mention is divine timing. Let's assume that it's not the specific miracle is not part of your soul plan. You apply the action, you live life in a spiritual way, you feed the miracle by your intention, you meditate, perhaps visualize your intention, very specific. Sometimes we have to wait. And really patience is not our strong suit by no mean. I mean humanity, our species, we're just an impatient kind of a species. Obviously, we often want things to happen yesterday, not today, specifically of miracle and something that we want right away. So sometimes spirits, because they see the bigger picture, they wait with the miracle. For example, a lot of people tell me, I got the money, I want to move, Nikki. It's not time to move yet, because where we move, where we live is a very specific, spirits are very much involved as to where we live, very much so, meaning they help us look, they help us get to just the right house, which why, by the way, it's very important if you think of moving, be very, very specific as to what you want in your new home. I think I said that before in a previous webinar. Did I, honey? Clayton say, yes, you said it already. So be very, very specific, meaning ask what you want, what kind of a type of a house, neighborhood, neighbors, floors, layout. I mean, spirits are quite magical when it's come to bringing our way just the right house. More specifically, do you see that, honey? There's someone, yeah, okay. More specifically, the energy of the house. So what I'm trying to tell you when it's come to maybe a miracle as to, I want to move and I want to move tomorrow. Sometimes it's just not the right timing. Especially nowadays, I have to share that with you, because planet Earth is so unfortunately harsh and hard and negative, and the ego lead the way, for lack of better word. Spirits sometimes see that a certain timing is not the right time for people to move, as it's related to the market or to the real estate or to planet Earth, challenges. I know someone wanted to move to Europe, and I remember that the spirit guide was telling the person, don't move, don't move, don't move, and it has to do something about Europe specifically. So again, don't fight it. Believe the concept, apply the action, at least have the intention of believing in it, and just let us go. Because part of creating that compatible energy, the one that with miracle, is to let the energy flow, as I stated a few minutes ago. And if you hold on, if you give too many rules to your miracle, you took the fun you took the fun out of the concept, because the miracle is not of the mind. Your mind is not bringing the miracle. Perhaps you use the mind to write the miracle. Your mind is not bringing the miracle. It's miracle. It's what the name mean. Miracle. If it's of spirits, it's of spirituality. If it's of the universe, it's a spiritual occurrence when when a miracle granted. It's not the mind, So if you hold on, if you try to hold it too hard by giving it dates and rules, and I want this but not this, and I want, it just would not you wouldn't open the energy for the miracle to flow in. So what I'm trying to tell you, once you create that plan and follow the rules, my own rules or any other rules that make sense to you, that you can kind of learn, let go, let go. Now, obviously, things are easier said than done. I mean, Mickey is a human being like all others. And I remember, whether it is when Clinton and I moved or when we wanted something, then as time go by, obviously doubts creep in and you're like, no, I don't know. And then you doubt yourself, you doubt the concept, you doubt the spiritual. Specifically, if certain miracles take long time, well, don't. The sentence that I really would like you to take, in addition to the information, obviously today, is there are no unanswered prayers. There are no ungranted miracle for no reason, because you don't deserve it. It's not deserve, not deserve. It's what you create for yourself. Now, having said that, listen, if a human being lead life unfairly, unauthentically, fighting, stealing, cheating, I don't know, I mean, I can add on and on, ego-like behavior, they won't get miracle necessarily, because the energy that they project would just not attract something good. It's called consequences or karma, for lack of better word. So really, if you're a decent human being, which why I use the phrase live through spiritual way of life, follow the concept. But let me know if there's any. Okay. Follow the concept, apply the action, and wait patiently, believe, feed your miracle list, read them every day, more than once a day, what I do. Yes, honey.
Stephanie says, hi, you mentioned to be specific, so I'm confused by the last statement about the miracles having to be a certain way.
Got it. Specific, I mean, if you ask, I want a big house, just an example, which why I use the phrase, it's appear that spirits kind of like when we a little bit more detail. I don't know why they like that. I just said that over the years, I realized that if I'm a little bit more specific with my miracles as to specifically what I want, if you tell spirits, can you just give me a job? I'm out of job. Be specific. Aim for the stars. That's all I'm saying, because miracles are real. You are loved. There are a bunch of powerful spirit beings that helping you. So if you say, I want a job, what job do you want? Even if you don't have skill, let's say you don't have specific skill, or let's say you tell me, I don't care what job I want, which is rare because usually we do want specific. Well, then maybe slow down your energy. Think a little bit. What job would make you happy? Would a hostess in a restaurant make you happy? Interact with people? Perhaps you want to just simply be a receptionist? Are you a creative person? Maybe you would like an art gallery to hire you. What I'm saying, that's what I mean by be a little bit more specific, Stephanie. What you don't want to do is give rules. I want it by March 31st. 2015. So don't give a time frame, be specific, tell spirits that as close as I want. Over the years, they actually tell people in reading, aim for the stars, and we're gonna get you as close to it as we possibly can, keeping in mind the rules that they have to follow, which we cover. Your action, free will, my pleasure, Stephanie, my pleasure. The free will, the action, spiritual awareness, your own life, for the energy that you create yourself. So, but you loved, and we loved, and they want our miracle to come our way. We also quite of a heavy species, in a way that we just heavy. First of all, we on a dense planet. There are other planets, other form of dimension that our soul incarnate into that is a little bit more energetically friendly. So as it is, the soul incarnate into such a dense planet with a physical body and the limitation of the mind. So often human being, including Mickey, which took me quite some time to get over that specific, obstacle, as if we don't think we deserve it, as if we don't believe that that would happen, as if we don't understand or comprehend how loved we are. A lot of people come my way and they said, I don't know if I deserve a miracle. Yes, yes, you do. No matter what you did, no matter what you said, unless you are an intentionally bad human being, which, believe it or not, from hundreds of people come my way, very little are actually bad intentionally human beings. Most human beings are clueless. They don't know what to do. They don't grow spiritually. They follow the wrong direction. They're perhaps spiritually lazy. They don't do the necessary work. But, inside we are good people. We really, really are. We're obnoxious. But we are good people, meaning most of us do have a good intention, which why if you stuck, million people would run your way and try to help you, we kind of come to each other aid because we have the soul within the body. All I'm telling you is that another thing that obstacle to miracles are absolutely our own thoughts about ourselves. And that can mean collectively, because we are like that, as a species, as I mentioned, as well as individually, people that maybe did, listen, no one's perfect, we all did some things in the past, but observe your intention, try your best to at least, let me know if there's something else, honey. Okay, at least, it's all about the intention, all about the intention. We can make mistake, they forgive us for mistake, God forgive us for mistake. It's all about the intention. If you're aware of your mistake, take responsibility, or better off apologize. You cover your you cover your karma because you took responsibility. Obviously, try not to repeat it again, but they give us a lot of slack. Yes, honey.
Kim asks, my husband and I are trying to have a baby. What are some good examples of putting good energy out there to succeed?
Oh, have more sex, first and foremost. You have a little boy soul walking in here, Kim. So you do have a contract. Now, when I say boy, obviously it's not a boy, it's a masculine energy that entered the office here and claimed that you are his mom. So you do have a soul contract to be a mom, and it is important to me because sometimes we don't sign to be parents. Not everyone do. The point is that you do sign to be parents. Yeah. Now, what do? You talk to the soul. There is a reason why your soul entered the reading and ask me, I will enter planet Earth. So apply all the action, Kim. Make sure you check his sperm. Make sure you check yourself, although I do not see anything wrong. Sometimes entering planet Earth is simply a matter of choice of the soul, because when we enter planet Earth, it has to be very, very precise. It's called astrology map. I didn't invent it. What I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it just takes some time. It could be that the soul might foreseen that the body is not quite ready, so make sure you cover action when it's come to take care of the body. Be united as a couple. A lot of soul or baby-to-be souls tell me, no, my father is not quite on board. Make sure you cover your base, apply the action. Write it in your miracle list. Ask spirits, pray for it, include God always. Of course, the fact that he's not involved doesn't mean he's not there, obviously. And wait patiently, Kim. So Oh, so I know that it's someone that repeat to as to the communication of the team. Um, it's all about raising the vibration. Who is that, Jerry? It's all about that. If in a nutshell, because Jerry is asking how to connect to spirit. First of all, what I do as a medium is not some special gift. I did not born a medium. I was 33 years old. I taught myself how to sharpen the ability to contact spirits. If I do it, everyone can do it. I teach that to people that come to me one-on-one. I teach it to one-to-many. And the way to do that, you must quiet the mind. The only obstacle against hearing spirits or our team of spirits that constantly trying to get our way, they're right here behind us, whispering to our ear, trying to get our attention. So in order to hear them, in order to being aware of their communication, whether it is through intuition or gut feeling, inner voice, all those are systems in which we contact spirits. You must be able to create for yourself a little bit more higher vibrational frequency, meaning not a dense energy, no drama, no thinking, and minimum worry as you possibly can. Meditation is crucial. So, by the way, my pleasure, Kim. By the way, I will do perhaps a webinar, about specifically how to contact spirits. I didn't think about it because I teach it every day when people come to me, but that's a good idea, Jerry. I appreciate that. So yeah, I might, bring up a topic as to do that. Yeah. So to sum up today's webinar, my pleasure, Jerry. Is that a girl? Are you a girl? Jerry with a G, yeah? It's like, what is Jerry? Because I know Jerry with a J is like a boy, yeah? Ah, a girl. So, to sum it up as to for today, you need to have a plan. Yes, you need to have a plan for your miracle. So write it down. Be specific. No. Before you write it down, before you're being specific, you trust the concept. You will have miracle grant your way. There are no unanswered miracle. If a miracle is not coming your way because your wise, powerful soul need to grow through what you're going through. Bottom line. Otherwise, if you apply the action, believe the concept, understand what I'm telling you, or have the intention to understand, don't be closed up. Don't close the webinar and say, no, I'm telling you, God is the one that, no, it's not, it's us. It's us as a co-partners with our team of spirits. That's what it is. Your miracle will come your way. Stay proactive. Feed your miracle with intention, apply action, be specific, and wait, hold on, aim for the star, look at your miracle every day, ask spirits to grant it, and you know what I usually add? I use something like, if it's meant to come, let it come. They know I want it. It's sometimes hard for me to say that because, they know I want it. They know us. They're spirits. Those are angels. They're wise. They know it. But kind of add it at the end of your request of the miracle. Just do whatever is for my highest good. So you kind of send the energy of the direction of flowing as opposed to, can you rush it? I just can't wait anymore. You see the kind of difference between the energies. So I hope I didn't, I'm hoping you got enough information today to send you in the right direction. I wish all your miracles come true. I mean, really, and they will. You are loved, you deserve it. There's no unanswered, no miracle. They will happen. Just make sure you at least have the intention to kind of move forward and help spirits help you. So thank you very much. I will see you next time. Look at the newsletter. I'm going to probably talk about how to connect to spirit, one of the upcoming webinar. And until then, take good care. Thanks for the notes. I appreciate it always. Take care. Bye.